Kids, that's not fair. You 21.
That's some bullshit. No, that's some bullshit. Fuck
old,
that.
But a lot of y'all are old though. Y'all like 40 plus. So come on, stop acting like that's not old.
Oh, okay.
Like,
She said 40 plus. She said 40 up.
So I get the bag. So I'm 55 and shit. That make me the OG in the room. So you asking me? Like,
yeah, 40 and up. 40 and up.
Yeah. So what's your question? What does it feel like?
Yes, is it hard being old and single? My question to the room, I'm posing the question, is it hard being older and single?
Oh, no. Not for me. I mean, it's hard because it's toxic as shit in these dating streets, but no different from being younger or older. You know, motherfuckers out here trauma bonding, not healed. Shouldn't be dating in survival mode. Yeah, it's toxic as fuck, yo. So I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Because all single men is we ain't claiming y'all. And we would look worse claiming y'all than being single. So I'd rather be single right now with the options that I have. I can't claim none of them. So
yeah, my dating game is calibrated too. So I know exactly what I manifested. You gotta kiss a lot of damn frogs, yo. And the time burgers. You gotta weed through a lot of riffraff. That's challenging. Being single is risky, it's expensive, it's exhausting. Yeah.
What you did? You triggered?
Oh, nigga. Yo, shit, fuck. Yo, my lifestyle. Fuck. Yeah, my average date is
let that brother Greg talk.
Yeah, no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I got what that nigga Dante call my shit my trick budget. I got a line item on my expense account monthly.
What's up? Pin-ups tonight, Greg. Pin-ups.
Oh, shit. Tonight? For real? You want to do that?
No, I got in leave.
I was going to say, I was like, let's go, nigga. Let's go. I'm going to land with that, though. Yeah.
Yeah, Greg no, wait, nah, we ain't skipping past that because you said some real shit and I jumped in at a great point. No, you say you spend $350 on dates, right? Some people might be, try to shame you, stone you to death like they tried to do Jesus, right? No, nigga, imagine that times 5 or 10. That's why it keeps you in the cycle of being broke. If you see, Greg is financially independent, so he can do that. But the rest of these people.
Hey, Kiss.
That's why you get low quality experiences. You're not getting no type of good woman. You see, you don't get no type of good woman. What woman that's about her business, that pay for her own nails, got her own houses and shit, own business, nigga, go deal with that shit. None. That's why y'all come in with these stories, nigga.
Hey, Kiss. Hey, someone asked Sophocles that same question you asked, and I think he gave like the answer that you were looking for. The quote went like this. How well I remember the aged poet Sophocles, when in answer to the question, how does love suit with age, Sophocles? Are you still the man you once were? Peace, he replied. Most gladly have I escaped that thing of which you speak. I feel as if I had escaped from a mad and furious master. Some men, when they get older, the drama, the pain, and all of that stuff that come with being in love, and they need this and that, once you done freed yourself from that, you don't want to go back to it. Get you a little friend on the side or do like Greg do or whatever. But I think that, reply right there kind of give you an idea of why. I'm not one of them old dudes. I'm just saying. Girl, y'all got it.
Where were you reading from just now?
My fault, brother. That was from Plato, The Republic, Book 1.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
So I got a question, Kiss. Okay, let's just say me, Greg, and maybe somebody else in Atlanta, right? Every time I come back, I look like that. It's a lot of women everywhere I turn 360. All I gotta do is say something. What would be? I don't understand. Why just pick one where you could just go get whatever, have fun, keep it moving, back to your grind. Like I don't get it.
I don't know, I guess to each is their own. The idea of dating multiple people isn't something that I enjoy, nor do I care for. So I wouldn't find pleasure in doing such things. So, to each is their own. Like I said earlier, it makes sense for some people, but for a person like me, it's not. It just doesn't line up with the type of person that I.
Can any woman kind of help us out with that? Because I'd be fucked up. I really need some advice. I'm slow. Like, everywhere I turn is woman. It's like fucking 3 women north of you, south, east, and west of you. You just like to make your head spin. And then they be looking at you ready to go. Like, please say something to me. Please say something to me. Dead ass. Nigga, every time I come out, I be like, damn, these motherfuckers look all right. Even the average ones look good. The average ones that don't wear, what's that shit? lashes and all that shit. You know when you see him, Greg, in Target, wherever you go, you see him. You like that? If they did throw that bad bitch attire shit on, they'd be lit. Well, how that bad bitch look if you wanted them to? But yeah, nigga, I don't know.
Yo, I got a good question for y'all. Do y'all think baddie culture has ruined this generation?
What is baddie culture? Can you define it for me?
Baddie culture being the way that modern women act, look, dress, carry themselves. Hence, like the BBLs, tight clothes. God damn it! See, this is what we're talking about. Y'all kind of old. Like, how y'all don't know what the baddie is?
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with the baddie
fuck it. I'm gonna ask him.
He was just trying to understand what you. Yeah, he older than us.
Yeah, I'm just trying to understand this shit. But go ahead. Are you done? You done?
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna get the video reference for y'all because I think it's an interesting topic. The baddie culture has ruined the way the dating game is.
Wait, kids, have you looked at have you seen, I don't know if you've ever watched the show or if you've even seen the previews or whatever for like Baddies East or Baddies Midwest, things like that. Are you like those type of because that's the first thing I think about. Like when I think about baddie, I'm not talking about a woman who's beautiful, right? You know, quote unquote. When I hear baddie, I hear ratchet. When I hear baddie, I hear someone who has to wear makeup every day and has to do the over exaggeration. When I hear baddie, it's not always like she might be 10 with the clothes and the makeup on, but take her clothes and the makeup off and she's not. So it's like, I don't know, that's right here. But
yeah, and you mentioned one thing specific. You said BBL. Ladies, do you know that BBLs is not our idea? And I'm gonna speak for all the niggas on stage. That's y'all idea. Is that okay, gentlemen? Can I take some liberties and shit? Right? When you're not even competing for men, you're competing against each other. That baddie culture, yes, fuck it. Women in this day and age, like no bullshit. I'm 55. My dating preference age-wise is 33 to 40. And I calibrate my shit all the time. You got this in this baddie culture. There are women that are asking for money before they even see it because they're cute and shit. You feel me? Hell, with such a sense of entitlement. That culture of, you know, wait, send me $20 for the door. It's crazy. Yeah, but I would agree. Yeah, the baddie shit is fucked it up. But that's a broke level conversation. I don't know too many corporate executives that are baddies and shit. Yeah, I can judge it, man. Stay in your lane.
I ain't gonna lie though, Greg. I don't know. I came back into this room a little bit late, but I heard y'all was talking about somebody said that you're a millionaire and you spend like $350 on dates and stuff like that. But that's the problem with the baddie culture as well, because these dudes be spending money on these women, right? Like you said, they be asking for money before a date, and they take that money from these men and use it to go pay for their ass and titties and makeup and all the other stuff. Listen to Drake. This is, I don't even fucking Drake like that, but this is one of Drake lyrics. He say, I think I'm addicted to naked pictures and sit and talk about bitches that we almost had. And I don't think I'm conscious of making monsters out of the women I sponsor until it all goes bad. So he sponsored these women, right? That just like what you just said about men giving women these money. He sponsors them while he's fucking with them. But when it all goes bad, and he realized, like, damn, I made monsters out of them because they're going to continue to do the same thing to these other men. And a lot of these women called baddies, they're being conditioned to do that same exact shit. And men are the contributor of that. So it goes both ways, man. It's not just the baddies, it's these men that is fueling these baddies to do the shit that they are doing.
Because they support them when they want to be supported.
Look, there's a such thing as the price of pussy and shit, right? No bullshit, right? The price of pussy in Atlanta is 3 dates, 30 days, or $300, whichever comes first. You know what I mean? And I can quote the price of pussy in 19 states and 6 countries. Yeah, and you're right, bro. I drive up the price of pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm an outlier on the right side of the belt. On the left side, niggas out here 50 days. Niggas literally taking advantage of the supply and demand of the street and shit. Yo, that's all right, man. But yes, right, yo, again, there's no such thing. All pussy comes with a cost. I don't mind. For the motherfucker that's cerebral niggas, yo, you don't pay for pussy. You pay for the piece that comes from the pussy leaves. You know, I'm a man with that. But I appreciate you saying that, G.
Yeah, but it's the truth though, because I heard women that claim that they're baddies, so you have to use men for this kind of shit, bro. You don't have to use your own money. This is the game. You don't have to use your own money to do these things. Use theirs. Use their money while you keep on stacking up on your own bread. That's the game they playing out here.
I get it, but here's some true shit, yo. Like I can't go out. I spend $250 by myself to pay out, right? So, $350 ain't really shit. I write this shit off as a business expense. No bullshit. I literally will go out, take a tick out, and 5-star shit, $400-$500 tab, and I write it off as a business expense. I don't need her money. I can. The best way to spend money is to spend someone else's money. You feel me? Does that make sense?
I think they're ready for that level yet.
This conversation just brought to you by Delivery Plus.
No, Greg saying facts.
You got a 30-day free trial, for black people, you know what I'm saying? Your white homegirls and homeboys, they gotta pay $20, but for black people it's free. It's 30 days free, you know what I'm saying? #1 streaming app for all delusion.
Black people is 30 days free. It's crazy. Black people. Nah, for real.
You know, yeah, also sponsored by Michelin Tires. Because we need some sturdy tires for this bullshit. Because, boy, what the fuck? And, yeah, so
we about to roll off a clip.
Yeah. We already off the cliff. At this point.
40 men in one day. No, that was my birthday present for myself. Man, I'm surprised you could walk.
Why Rich made this type? She told Mary she supposed to be saying why we got married.
Did you afterwards?
She supposed to be encouraging us to be husbands. Females. That's why I'm trying to be like this nigga in my PTR.
Afterwards, me and husband sat there then, having a drink.
I'm aspiring to be like that. Gonna put a mantle on this nigga in my house.
Oh man.
Hey there.
Nigga inspired by it. That's crazy.
Larry, I was almost afraid to click on that shit. What's up, Larry? I can't.
Hey Greg, I'm trying to be a husband next year, man. I'm gonna wire my checks and my girl bank account, man. I'm gonna stop cussing a lot. Going to church.
You're simping waiting.
I'm gonna just be the best nigga I can be for. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I need every nigga to come up. Every nigga to put a 1 in the chat. Have any nigga ever been a good woman for?
Whoa, pause. Nigga.
Nah, my bad, bitch. I'm at work. I'm stumbling. Have any nigga ever been a good man to a woman? Or y'all like cheating ass niggas on the low?
Shit. I've been one.
Like, nah, for real. Like, have any nigga ever just been like a cool, faithful nigga on here? Everybody just...
Oh, no, I didn't know shit. I've been married twice for 10 years, both times. You're my third canary. And I had mistresses in both my marriages, and I never cheated. Yeah. Don't try my shit at home. Who's at the airport and shit?
Yo, dog, I just gotta say, I'm so sick and tired of these clubhouse rooms making fun of women, not understanding the women's plight, not understanding marriage, family, court laws, and the importance of that in our society. You're just a bunch of sexist bigots who don't understand women. You don't love women. You don't understand what women are going through today on the earth. And I just gotta say, God bless you all, but you're all wrong. We gotta support our women, love our women, give women all our money, all our time.
What up, Greg?
I don't know. What's up, my guy? Thank you, man. So appreciate you. Yeah. All right. Anyway, keep it moving.
Yeah, don't mute a real man when he's telling you the truth, because no auntie gonna come out of the woodworks like Pernell said, don't have that, baby.
Oh man, they kicked me.
A class that only had 3 fingers.
on one of his hands. Someone fucking told him, "Shut up, T-Rex." That was funny.
Oh, yeah. I'm making fun of us for having extra dactyly. That's crazy.
That was the only time I've actually thought that someone's like not ability to change it funny.
Like they was making fun of even Butcher too, man. Making fun of my boy, man, because he had cancer and he lost his eyes.
Oh my god. And what did they call it?
Cyclops.
That's fucked up.
I can't believe this, man.
I think I just hate overused jokes or overused insults. But when they're creative, that's props. Or like if someone says, "Oh, you're short," or "Oh, you're tall," or "Oh, you got big nose," or "Oh, you're, I don't know, bald."
Black.
It just sounds black. It just sounds so fucking uncreative, fucking no imagination.
Let me ask you this though, Aisha, you get the brunt end of a lot of insults as well too. Yeah. And you do engage in a lot of conversation. How do you enjoy chillism? Do you like it? Is it like as far as like?
And I don't think anyone's actually properly insulted. Where I've actually been insulted.
Properly insulted.
Yeah. Like they say, "Oh, you're British," or "Pip pip cheerio." I'm like, okay, fucking Garfield. Like and warm, so like, it just doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me.
Do you find yourself like? Do you go to any other rooms in Clubhouse?
Recently I've been looking at a couple of other rooms, but fucking hell, they're all. It's only when the stream starts to go off about like I don't know,
dumb shit,
people arguing over each other or gossip. I kind of get bored of that, but I prefer like debates.
Okay.
Sometimes I go and I get rarely there tends to be other rooms with more interesting debates. Often they happen in here, and if there is an interesting debate, then some people like to create a little echo chamber, which is fucking annoying, where they just wank over each other's opinions and fucking agree with each other.
Now you said at one point you used to be an atheist, right?
I was born in it, yeah, born into a like atheist household.
And you had no concept of God, or was there a concept of God? Like when you say atheist, do you mean
I went
like
to a Christian school.
No religion?
No, I knew I knew quite a lot. All my schools were Christian schools. My parents purposefully sent me there because in the UK at least they seem to be doing a lot better than the
secular schools.
Yeah.
That's how it is in the US as well too.
All right, yeah. They have way more higher ratings. Their teachers are more carefully selected.
Yeah.
So it's
because
just
the Christian invest more money into their kids' education.
Yeah, exactly. The church as well puts extra funding on top of it, so those schools do significantly better. So yeah.
You ever heard about the Jesuit order? The Jesuits.
No. What's that?
Real.
No,
it's like before the Jews, they were the Jesuits. They're like a powerful like church sect, and they were the ones that like opened up a whole bunch of universities around the world. The Jesuits.
Maybe they've
all around the world.
Maybe there's been some influence over here in the UK, but I have never noticed or heard of the group.
Yeah, some of the oldest universities over there in the UK were founded by the Jesuits. But what you were saying, Eric? You said something about the Discord?
Yeah, they're better at disciplining their children.
Well, in the UK? Discipline, what?
No, I think he's saying that about Christians in general.
I don't think our schools are effective because of discipline. I think that those schools are more effective because they tend to have smaller classrooms and better selected teachers, which then gives more one-to-one time with the children. No, they're more picky about the students that come into their school.
Oh, I thought we were just talking about schools in general. My bad. We're talking about like very privatized schools.
No, not private. Christian schools. Christian schools is the next step, kind of just below private schools. They're kind of better.
Oh, in the UK?
Yeah. Well, they're not paid for, but they just do a lot better than fucking just regular public schools.
Well, yeah, because they take a lot of stuff out of their curriculum. Where, like, here in America, we focus on, like, some dumbass shit, respectfully.
There's a lot more order in a Christian school. When I went to a Christian school, there was only so much you can do before you were punished, right? And, like, there was a strict schedule you had to adhere to. And, BBL said, there's, like, the curriculum is very strict as well. Compared to public school that I went to, like, people were allowed to do anything, just run amok, not learn. And these really didn't give a fuck at all, so there's a big difference.
I don't think it's because of, like, at least over here, it's not anything to do with the discipline why they're so good. The reason is because the classrooms are smaller and the teachers are better selected, so it just a lot more one-to-one with the pupils, which when you give that to kids, they tend to do better.
But trust us when
All
you see,
kids?
you know, like over here.
All kids, yeah. The more time you spend with children, they do better. If you just leave them to their own devices, you just fucking raise little shitheads.
That's a lot of the problem that we have over here in America, because unfortunately, due to a plethora of different reasons, you know, parents aren't as active in their children's education as most of us would like them to be, or as much as we would like us to be. Which causes a lot of issues on top of the fact that we don't invest nearly as much as we should into children's education to begin with.
I disagree with that. We're spending way too much money in the U.S. on education.
Maybe it's just not being allocated right then.
The system
We're not allocating it properly.
That's not working. The money's not the problem. It's just the system.
And it's poor allocation, and we need to fix the system. But I feel like we're on the same side, but we're looking at it from a different angle.
I would agree with Shorter's opinion. I mean, like, American schools, like, you can see how much they invest in their sports teams. That's not as nearly as much as, like, the UK invests in their sports teams. They seem to prioritize strange things in school in American systems, so...
For example, though, I'm going to give you an example. LA Unified School District and New York public schools, right? They spend about, on average, $70,000 per child for their school, right? And you add that up to the amount of kids that they have, well, that's the highest.
Like, for the whole school process.
You said what? Yes, per head. Yes, per head.
Like annually? Or?
Yes, annually, per head, yes.
70,000.
Yeah, and then somehow they're one of the worst performing schools when it comes to test scores, behavior, suspensions, absences.
Part of that also does come down to the parents. Like, we're not just going to say that it doesn't, because we know it does.
Parenting does have a heavy influence on how kids perform in school. So it's just an area.
You're saying the parents don't care, and that's why the students are like that?
Yeah, that's loaded. Now, what I think is that, you know, some parents just can't afford to be there.
Hang on, wait. No, he's correct. Like, if the parents
It's all right. Just keep coming to Chillism for years, and eventually the neural network breaks.
I get hypercritical of the parents. Y'all yell at me. I'm trying to turn a leaf, and now
criticize them. They suck.
Listen, at the end of the day, the teachers...
outside of her rights, trust and believe, you still have to work hard to make sure that you make it up for that. But if she gives to you, like, or gives to, or does something where your money should have been, that's...
Mm.
They wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I mean, I did. Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying, I want to stay in the Christian text, but what I'm saying, though, you can find this in the Kabbalah.
We are looking at a Christian text.
Kabbalah, right. I said, but I said,
the Christian text says, he shall sprinkle. Now, I understand the very Greek says startle.
Okay, this is Clown House starring you. Ricardo. Not too much on me now. Not too much on me now.
See, it's one thing to work in isolation, which is a great pleasure in itself. And if you do the work you need to do, the chances are that when somebody plants the camera in the ground, that it will feel like the continuation of a life that's already explored. It's not day one of a new experience. But having said that, there's also the reality, the fact that nothing will happen until you collide with these other lives that have been created elsewhere. If you have a milkshake and I have a milkshake, you're never that far away from absurdity. And maybe the more, as you grow older, you become more and more aware of the absurdity, and therefore you have to take your work that much more seriously. I drink yours. You are on a playground. Paul created a playground when he wrote that thing, and it was one huge playground in which we played with a group of like-minded people. I'm finished. Obviously, it's one... Blowing desire, skin to skin. The main difference between
switch over and we start evaluating MicroStrategy's PE ratio after FASB comes into effect, what that looks like, there was a question regarding what is MicroStrategy's income? Like where are they deriving income from? And most of the room, well, Zach mostly said, well, convertible bonds aren't income, it's debt. It's not income. So
he's right.
It is income. Right?
Welcome to what I've been saying for 3 weeks now, which is this is a growth company, not a Bitcoin ETF. The convertible bonds are not income, but as soon as FASB comes into play, all of their Bitcoin appreciation can be marked down as earnings, and I believe their share sales, their ATM share sales, can be marked down as earnings as well. At that point, the PE is better than NVIDIA. And that's the flood of private equity funds, which is what I've been trying to highlight, which pumps the share price, which then allows more convertible debt to be issued, which allows more ATMs to happen. Welcome to the flywheel, motherfuckers.
Wow!
I'm literally
trying to say this.
I'm literally saying this exact thing. Hey, P.
What's that?
P.
Yeah.
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this?
I'm right now.
get shoved up.
My boner has a boner.
Okay. It's time to do what it's time to do. Do you hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying, dude?
Let's ride down this bitch.
It's time to do what it's time to do. Okay? And don't tell your wife. Just do it.
Wait, so what is the chance that the FASB rules change? No, the rules have already changed. They
100%. The chance is 100%.
They said they're doing it next.
100%.
Yeah, it already changed. It comes into effect next fucking quarter. So they can't show shit until next fucking quarter.
Oh God.
That's right. Let me get you a towel. You just lay there.
I gotta go change.
You know what it's time to do. Hey, you know what it's time to do. Now do it.
And then that means they will have income for that quarter, and so in theory, for S&P 500.
I'm just gonna. This is gonna be my new.
Welcome to the fucking club, David.
This is gonna be my new shilling.
This before. This is not new information,
bro. This is gonna be my new shilling tactic.
Get up there.
Every time people give me pushback, I'm just gonna drop it in my Batman voice, and then I'm just gonna talk to people like Batman, like, hey, you know what you need to do? Put all your money into Bitcoin. Do it. Swear to me. Do it. I should get a Batman costume and start doing that. It's like Batman gives me like Batman. Like,
yes, you absolutely should.
Hey, look at me. It's time to put all your money into Bitcoin and all your retirement accounts into MSTR. Do you like being a pussy? Do you want to go back to that? Everyone laughs at you, but they won't laugh at you anymore. You're going to be something new. A silent protector. A rich man. A dark knight. I'm going to do the video. Do you know what I should do? I should get a Batman costume and then do the videos where I drive around in the car, but I'm just Batman now. Yeah, but I'm driving around in the car. Is it weird when you're weird through the back? And my kids are in the back and they're like, Daddy, I'm like, shut up. I'm talking to Bitcoin Twitter.
These are fine.
Last night, my wife made this suit.
I'm going to look up how much Batman costumes are right now. Batman costume.
You just need the face mask. You just need the face mask.
Yeah.
No. You need the face mask and the shoulder cover.
Yeah, you need the shoulder stuff too. Yeah, I'll just have the beard through it and everything. I'm not gonna shave my beard. I'll just fucking. My wife is gonna be like, "Why are you buying movie realistic Batman costumes?" I'll be like, "Shut up, bitch."
Use the voice with her. Exactly.
It's a big one thing. Don't worry about it.
Do it on Bridges' channel.
I'm gonna do that from now on. Though every time somebody has pushback on Bitcoin, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, it's up 100% this year. Do you not like money? Do you hate it?"
Oh wait, Choose Rich Nick's official statement on the Avalanche yacht incident has been released.
Ooh, what is this? Oh wait, is the video out?
Yeah, he released a video 4 minutes ago. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Is the video of him with his dick taped to the wall?
Can you see his dick in the video?
No. This is just him explaining what happened.
Choose Rich. Choose Rich. My official statement on the Avalanche yacht incident.
Also, interesting things to learn in regards to the appreciation of Bitcoin being reported as income. Would it be against the total cost basis of all of their holdings, or the most recent Bitcoin that they acquired? That's something.
It'll be the total cost basis the first quarter, and then it'll be the change quarter over quarter going forward.
Got it.
So the first quarter, they're going to have a huge, billions of dollars in earnings because, their average price is $50,000 and they bought.
Is there some
their Bitcoin's worth it?
Is there some weird thing though where they can decide how much they want to report that way versus not, or does it have to be everything versus their current cost basis?
I think they have to do everything. I don't think they can stretch it out over a long time to have consistent earnings or whatever. Yeah. Obviously, it would be nice if they could do that, but I don't think.
In the video, it sounds like he's denying that he taped his dick to the wall. He said that they are defamatory statements that are untrue.
He's denying it.
Yeah, he's denying he taped his dick to the wall, but he did say that his behavior was out of control.
He taped it to a cardboard box. He should have made a video.
Looks like he had a rough night.
He should have made a video where he was like, I just want to take the time to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. The double champ doesn't fucking what.
The first reply is, honestly, I feel that you were wrongly shafted by a lot of negativity thus far. This apology really takes some balls, man. Well done.
He said, at the advice of my lawyers, I will be reading this statement.
When Conor McGregor got up there and said he wanted to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody, it was one of the greatest moments in the history of sports. It should be repeated often. Or when Kanye,
most of all, I want to thank me.
Right, that one was good. Snoop Dogg's I want to thank me. I like Kanye's everybody wanted to know what would happen if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
The three of them are so good.
What is this man building?
What are other examples
in Pakistan?
unexpected
Manholes and
terms like
sewer
that
systems
that are
are often constructed using bricks and mortar because these materials are widely available.
There are a lot of good ones.
Much cheaper compared to other building.
I'm trying to think of another one that's
using
like that.
local resources.
Trump must have done something.
What is this man
Trump must have
building
done something, yeah.
bricks? You see, in Pakistan, manholes and
I think
sewer
there was one where Megyn Kelly was like, this man talked about women being ugly and fat pigs and terribly ugly, fat, disgusting pigs. And Trump goes, excuse you, just Rosie O'Donnell. I only said that about Rosie O'Donnell.
Please don't scroll.
Just fucking so amazing.
And that was when he followed up with Megan had, blood coming out of her, whatever.
Yeah. You'd be in jail, Trump. That's the biggest mic drop in the history of mic drops. It's very good that somebody like Donald Trump is not the president of our country because you'd be in jail. One of the greatest moments in recent history.
Do you want to with the Batman voice now?
What is it today?
I'm Batman.
What's up, man?
Are you ready to do what it takes?
I'm gonna do whatever it takes.
We've to them headed to the gym show.
Okay.
And my neighbors are throwing a huge
Don't talk to your
loud
wife.
music event in the backyard.
Talk to me. Rose the four host.
Embarrassing.
Well, the manhunt is intense. Live from Central Park, where, but at this time, image of him just outside of it. These were released late Saturday night after another long day and night of investigating. Hours before this, the FBI released a poster with a $50,000 reward, calling the man an unknown suspect.
But the net is tightening.
So the backpack contained a Tommy Hilfiger jacket and Monopoly money, which seems like he may have.
He's bringing
But
it
you
up.
want to say, you want to talk trash about Jesus,
with like profit.
and I start doing it back, and I'm
always like that part. Somehow.
I never bring this stuff up.
You always
when you're
bring
in my
it up.
rooms, when you're in my
You always
rooms,
make it
you
about
bring up
Muslims
my
in the Middle East part. You
I
always
never
make it
bring
about
this stuff up.
Muslims. You always
Never
make
bring
it
it up.
about
It's not the
Pakistan
topic of my
and
conversation.
9/11,
That's
and then
my
you're panicking. Yet you're in a room where 9 out of 10 are Muslims. Why is that? I don't think
I'm
that's
not
a coincidence, Bart.
I'm not
And
scared.
you always feel yours like my mom was Jewish. My mom was Jewish. Nobody
My
cares
mom
if
is
your mom was German or Brazilian
I
or
don't
from
care
the
what
Middle
she-
East. Like, who
She's none of your
cares
business.
about where your mom is from? Why are you
I
always like
wanna
making
let
like the
you know
Bart
that
therapy session?
I'm not the only person that
Therapy is like expensive. I get
I
it,
hang out
but
with
like
what's
you hate Muslims, left, right, and center, right? Ridiculing them, like always doing that. Like, well, what do we really know about this prophet? As in any prophet that is playing a prominent role in Islam, right? You sort of do these little jabs. It's like when the referee is telling you, this is the waistline. You can't punch below the waistline. You're always looking for that waistline. Like you want to be warned.
bring up what's in the Talmud.
Talmud. They'll suck a baby penis. That's what the Talmud is telling you.
Yeah, I guess you can say that too.
Yeah. You guess, right? You're defending that, right?
No, I don't defend any of it.
So why are you bringing up the Talmud? Like, who's talking about the Talmud in this?
They always bring it up. So when they bring it up, I start bringing up.
Yeah,
stuff.
because it has some quite vile things in there, man.
I didn't write this stuff.
No shit, you didn't write that stuff.
Why would I make up such a story?
I don't know. You're a goofy guy that always wants to be in Muslim rooms and then somehow do this provocative transgender gay shit.
Muslims that I've been encountered with, right, have more balls than you. They come to America with a pocket full of money and their family following them with luggage, and they make it. They make it in New York.
What is this idiot talking about?
And they're real men that come to New York. Real Muslim men that come here.
How do you know they're real Muslims, Bart?
They're real Muslim men.
How do you know they're real Muslims?
And they make it. They make
You hang around with Muslims for you to know whether they're real Muslims.
You wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't even be able to put one slipper of a Muslim that comes to New York. You wouldn't be able to walk in his shoes. Okay, that's why I enjoy Muslims. That's why I love Muslims, because they show they have heart, they have dedication, they have love for their families. Okay, unlike you, you're a hateful person. You are, in my eyes,
I'm just allergic to faggots like you.
You were never a Muslim.
I never said to be a Muslim. What are you talking about, Bart? Then you're in other rooms like, what did the Prophet really do? Right? Like, last time you checked, you weren't married
you
to
throw
you,
shots
and you
at
go
me,
on, right?
You throw shots
you're
at me.
inciting that.
I'm a
but
man
you don't want
too.
to talk,
I'm
but
gonna throw shots
you don't
back.
want to talk about, Bart. You don't want to talk about what age Isaac got married.
I never want to talk about that.
Hey, what age did Isaac get married?
I never bring that up.
You always bring it up.
I never bring it up.
You always bring it up.
Never
bring it up. Question it. Right? That's what you always do. Right? And then you want to talk about the Talmud and not criticize anything that the Talmud is saying. But when it comes down to Muslims, it's like, oh, but your prophet married, and then you.
No. I never said he married. I never said he married.
Oh, Bart.
I said I asked you how he died. I don't care who he married. I asked you how he died.
Bart, you might fool like one or two people on stage, right? People know what you're about.
They know what I'm about, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to speak to real Muslims on
Take a DNA test, Bart. It will prove that you're Eastern European.
Real Muslims on this app, not hateful.
Take the DNA test, Bart, if you dare. It will tell you that you're Czechian or Polish. Trust me. Your mom is Jewish. So what? Your mom is Jewish. Your mom is Palestinian. Your mom is Pakistan. Who cares about the origin of your mom? Who gives a fuck? Respectfully, nobody. But your mom is Jewish. So what? What do you want? Like a box of chocolates?
Yeah. Why not? I never said it to you before.
You're a clown.
It's important. But I'll say it to you now. I'll say it proud.
Nobody cares, bro. Really, nobody cares.
The messages must be
What?
saved to
You can
prevent
leave.
automatic deletion.
You can leave if you want, you bubblehead.
I call other people names.
For automatic deletion.
People allow me
Okay, well, we've all seen it. You just started talking shit about me wiping my dad's ass. I did not refer to any of your family members, right? And you want to do this. It's because you're tough on an audio app, Bart.
No,
That's all
I
there is
wiped
to
my
it.
father's ass too. I told you, I've been through the same things. I wiped my father's ass.
Bart, you know where I'm located at, you fucking tranny lover? Then come meet us, see me, man. Come and see what happens. You see what we did with the Israeli supporters here in Amsterdam? Come over and see what happens. Because you're a tough guy in audio app.
I'm not a tough guy.
You're a tough guy.
Your army is strong.
You're a tough guy, right?
I'm not a tough guy.
No, you're ferocious.
I'm not a tough guy.
You're a tough guy in audio app.
Else.
What do you do in real life? How tough are you in real life? Go to a community where the majority are Muslims.
I never had a fight ever again.
Go to a community where you have a majority of the Muslims living at, wherever that is in New York, and talk some shit about the problem. See what happens. See how many times you got to see a dentist, Bart.
My father used to beat the shit out of us all the time, and my father beat the shit out of my brother.
Nobody cares about your dad, bro.
And I grew up to be a pussy. I never hit back. Because he hit me and I never hit back. So I grew up like a pussy. Exactly.
You're a pussy.
I am a pussy.
You're always in these rooms with Muslims, and then it's like, oh, but the prophet, this is questionable. Then you're kicked out. Then you go to the next room, and you repeat the cycle. It's the only way for you to cope with life is to rant on a fucking audio app about one group of people that practice one specific religion. And guess what? It's not Buddhism. It's not Judaism. It's not Christianity. But it's like you forever doing nothing other than, oh, but Muslims, oh yeah, well, you married this minor. Oh, you're decapitating people. Like, how do we really know this person performed miracles? Yada, yada, whatnot more. While you said yourself,
your book says that the signs, your book says that the signs never helped before.
Bart Simpson, you said you would throw out God. Listen, you yourself said you would throw out God and the Bible for $15 million.
You want me to give you the ayat?
Did you do that? Don't talk about ayat, you bubblehead.
I read it like 4 times already.
You can't even read.
It says says that your prophet wasn't to give signs because the signs before did nothing and didn't make people believe. So he wasn't a prophet of miracles. So don't ask me those questions when I already know what
When did I say he performed miracles?
He never did. He never did.
When did I say he did?
He never did anything with Allah.
When did I say he did though?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. So why?
So all the other prophets, you just throw them out the window, and only Jesus performs miracles?
No, there was a lot of prophets.
Okay, so why you only focus on one prophet
They didn't
from the
write a
Quran?
book.
Why is that part?
They didn't write a book.
By the way, did Abraham perform any miracles?
Nah, he's tough, bro. Like,
Did Abraham perform miracles? Did Abraham perform a miracle? This is a good question. You know that? This is a very good question because you're going back. This is the thing here. You're going back 3,000 years, if not today, 4,000 years. So at his time was about 2,000 or 3,000 years to say that you guys had record of what Muhammad,
It's a very simple question. Did Abraham perform any miracles?
You have record. Where is it in your records that you know anything about
Did Abraham perform any miracles?
I think he did.
You read it? Where?
Which one?
Well, it's in the Bible.
Yeah, which one? Tell me in the Bible. Even if you consider it retrofitted. You know, by the way, when it comes to textual history, but when it comes to textual history, you know, some of the greatest miracles ever performed, you know who they were by? As recorded in textbooks?
Malachi.
No, it was actually by Krishna. Should read the Hindu scriptures.
Krishna.
Yeah, Krishna. The divine himself coming down on earth.
Well, Malachi did a lot of miracles.
Witnessed by 40 million people. I witnessed 40 million of them.
Miracles.
One particular incident witnessed allegedly by 40 million. It's called retrofitting, some people will say. Some people say it's a fact. But let me ask you directly from the Old Testament. Could you tell me what miracle Abraham performed? He was a friend of God. Literally, this wasn't any agent of God. This was somebody who had such a close affinity and friend and relationship with God that is described as his friend. The actual person friend of the divine. Yeah.
In the Bible.
Yeah. So what miracle did this man, Abraham, the beacon of all the so-called three religions, what did he perform? What miracles? And why didn't he perform any? But it's an honest question, by the way, I'm asking you. So when you understand the nature of prophets and messengers, you'll understand what it is and why some of them performed and others did not. The Quran actually has a pattern for which messengers perform what miracles and why some messengers did not. There's actually a pattern. And Muhammad actually is put in the pattern of Abraham.
Okay, so I'll tell you the first miracle here. So Abraham and Sarah were blessed with their son Isaac when they were both beyond childbearing age. Abraham was 100, Sarah was 90. This is in Genesis 21.
No. I'm saying what miracles that Abraham performed. If you're talking about miracles that were performed around Abraham, there are lots. There are miracles performed.
I'm counting
This
people.
is empty
Do you
to me
not
because I'm
see
in
them?
rooms that got 40 fucking people. This is empty as fuck.
That's
So I
cap.
don't know how to
We
hold
know
on.
killers, bro.
Anyway,
We know killers. Y'all numbers
I'm so
per
sorry for
day.
interrupting you, Taz.
Y'all numbers
because
per
you
day are
actually are a
probably
genuine
40.
person
We get
that's
hundreds a
engaged in
day.
genuine conversation, and I'm so
But
sorry.
wait. How do y'all get 40 members a day? We get hundreds per day, right? Y'all don't even
40
get
members a
mad
day?
enough.
No, Bookie. I'm talking about 40 members.
No. Y'all get the same members every single day. Y'all don't have new people. Every day we blow up. It's early in the morning. We just started this room. There's a reason you come here to us. If your room is so popping and it's so ass here, why do you beg to be here and fight so hard to be on the stage with us? It's because you know you're a liar. You're a demon. You come here because you know you're not Christ. Like you want to pretend to be Christ. You're a fake prophet.
I just think it's weak that you want to put me in the good.
Nah, shut the hell up, you demon. Speak over nothing that is holy, you goddamn demon. You're going to listen here and rebuke your soul. I want you to go repent. Go talk to Christ and ask him to teach you to be better in the guidance of learning. Yeah, go meditate. God damn.
She's always like this. She's always like this.
Highly emotional demon.
But when there's a put in the rooms, when we go raid rooms, then she's being peaceful and nice.
Now she friends with us. Yeah. Oh, we cool.
Yeah.
Ain't it crazy that people come around and act like your friend, act like they want to be part of your room, but then they complain about the same thing they want to be with? Like, isn't that weird, you demon? You want to be around people you don't like?
Yeah, and then when it's time to be on demon time, then she don't want to be a demon.
Right, when we on demon time, that's when she cool with us. It's like you're attracted to our like evilness. Like, what is wrong with you, wicked little witch?
All right, let's try to get back on topic because y'all just acting out of y'all low vibration.
Y'all fucking around. We be fucking around, though. We be joking.
Y'all act like the motherfuckers bullying Jesus and shit.
No, yeah, we be fucking around.
What happened to that dude who used to pop in here and make us breathe? Remember, he's like, everybody.
Oh, yeah, he like breathe in.
Yeah, that was really
Hold
cool.
it.
So the people with the green star, like they control
They the moderators, basically. We got admins and moderators. Like, I can make you a moderator, but an admin is the person that can open and close rooms. That's the only difference. But I can give you a moderator, which is just basically give you control in the room. You can end the room. You can move people. You can mute people, stuff like that. You have, like, control of it.
I have a question because I'm kind of new to this. So if you guys get, like, 100, 200 people in your room, that's big?
Like, depending on how you look at it, I mean, it can go big. Talking about what's the goal?
I'll be content if only 10 people's in my room. I don't really need that.
That's what I'm saying. You don't really need large.
Yo, Talking Apes, since Uncle Ruckus died, this shit's over. Chillism is in effect. The Talking Apes is just competing with the Chillists. The Chillists are neurally networked hundreds of people to sit on this app for weeks and months and years while it all runs through Nathan's big brain. Have you seen Nathan's big brain? It looks like a guppy fish, a tadpole head. Nathan's head has degraded since he took on...
We gotta get back to the topic. Oh, sorry. You can come back and troll a little bit later, but that was funny. All right, let's get back to the topic, yo. We've been distracted for a little bit too long. Come on, get back to it.
I feel like we kind of touched on everything here.
All right. I got a new form of question then.
Because, like, can we all come to the conclusion that are all people like Lucifer and Jesus? You can't be like Lucifer because you just cannot be him. There's only one Lucifer. You can't be like me. There's only one me.
Well, being you and being like you are two different things. We have the qualities of Lucifer. We are not Lucifer, but we have the quality. We are like him.
Right. So the qualities of Lucifer, what is that? Because nobody can see.
The same thing we do daily that isn't considered sin unless you know your mark, right? Sin is missing the mark. And if I don't know the mark, I can't sin. But the same way I can lie. When we lie and we tell different lies every day, sometimes by mistake, sometimes it's not even intentional, you can lie.
But like, look, you said every time you talk about Lucifer, you only talk about sin. He's not full of sin because when he was in heaven, nobody could sing better than him. Nobody was as beautiful as him. Nobody was of light like him. So let's talk about that.
The symmetry. Yeah, that's what people don't want to talk about. Lucifer was known for his symmetry. He was able to spin and dance and spit out notes that were symmetrical, and the vibrational, in comparison, would be considered high vibrational. We're in a world of opposites, man. That's why that's just another expression on how Lucifer fooled the world. In our expressions, we talk about high vibration like it's something good. And anything in your environment that oscillates at a high rate, you cannot touch it. It will burn your flesh. That's the flame. And we worship this thing and wonder why sometimes things don't go well for us. Because we're in opposites. That's what I'm saying. We deny the bad parts about ourselves, which leads to psychosis and depression and makes us make bad decisions because we think we don't make bad decisions.
Hey, man, I just want to say salute to y'all because you made that girl so mad she made another room. You know it, as always. It happens daily. Like, literally, y'all would think this is something that just oddly occurred. No, this happens all the time. That whole conversation, the way that happens almost every single time. You know what I'm saying? She hates us so much that she comes back because she loves to hate us. It's that much love and hate at the same time.
Damn, I was late for that. Who was the girl? Was it crazy?
Hey, man, that's free promotion. Shout out. Facts.
Who was it?
No, it was Princess.
Oh, Princess?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy.
See, everybody knows it. Everybody knows that she is not Christ. Like, she always come on here saying that, and they just don't prove it.
And that's coming from a dude that's called Crash Out.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, that's so bad at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know how you can have that much hate in your heart that early in the morning. I can't
So
even.
bad.
I got to at least get 5 hours in before I can build up enough energy to hate you.
Whoever woke up next to that ran. Put his drawers on and make sure he got all his shit and ran.
Nah, he left before.
Y'all
wake up.
No, he ain't even there.
Nah, you gotta go to sleep with the football gear on.
Just so I can break it down to Lewis because he knew here and everything. So basically, here in the Talking Apes, like we have a lot of intellectual conversations with different variety of people. We don't judge anybody. They could be atheist, agnostic, Christian.
But it's within the rights of the president.
No, that's true. I mean, I was
Not that I think it's right by any means.
Yeah, I think the left has done a good job with lawfare, but I think the pardon system is going to lead some people. Like, I think Trump will probably just say, "Forget it, I don't care. Let's just move on." But I've got a funny feeling there's going to be some people in intelligence that are like, "No, we're gonna solve this."
Figure out what the fuck is going on.
Well, RFK is a lawyer. I mean, is there anything he can do to block a preemptive pardon for Fauci? That's
no, not
No,
at all.
it's the presidential pardon. Who do you think is going to block that?
I don't know if there's some loophole.
Not a single motherfucker. Because they're going to want it later, possibly. Who knows? Just looks like we're playing a fucking pansy game.
It's true. I agree with that.
That someone tell you, oh, but Moses divided the sea. That was a miracle then. We're not seeing it. Where's that sea that's been divided? We don't know. Okay. Isaiah or Elijah went.
It's this maze. It's this indigo, violet, blue with a golden center, even dried. I've never seen a fresh one. That would be hot. Gotta look for those in the botanical gardens. Or in our next field trip to Egypt. Let's plan it.
I hear they grow a lot of Thailand as well.
Yeah, well, I think because it turned out it's only trending right now, but about 10 years ago or so, it was obscure. I tried it like 20 years ago because I was trying to end obscure shit, but because it was so mild, I just let it go, and it was expensive. But I think
been on this earth, right? I have no problem with that personally, but at least just you have to accept the fact that we evolved or whatever, right? That's how I think about it in my brain. But I'm not like holding anyone to it. It's just like it's just a fact. It's a fact, just like gravity.
Clear again. Let's be just clear again. There's no need that a person has to accept one thing or the other. The one thing that religious people don't have the right to do is to demand that a
Even when she has intelligence, because she is intelligent, she doesn't know how to be emotional.
I don't know her, so.
Yeah, she's normally cool. You know, she's normally pretty intelligent. She's very emotional, right? As soon as we speak about God and it's something she disagree with, it's you will notice even when she first came in, she raises her voice when somebody else speaks. She raises to prove her point because she thinks I'm asserting myself more if I yell.
Right. Well, that's kind of crazy because I think that's
It's crazy because
and it's not
she's judgmental.
intelligent.
Yeah, she's judgmental, and she's supposed to be Christ, like the Holy Spirit and discernment and all these different things. I'm pretty sure if you had those things, you wouldn't be reacting the way you are. You wouldn't carry the hate. You wouldn't say the things you said. You don't judge people. You wouldn't say you fucking pussy, you die, blah blah blah. You wouldn't say those things to people, especially if they try to forget.
For my liver issue that I was having 6-7 years ago. And then I went to see this guy because he was close to me and I needed a doctor for something. And he's like, wait, you have a liver problem and they've got you on fucking 5-6 different medications? That's fucking retarded. Your liver can't handle any of this. We're getting you off of all of this.
Oh, it's true.
And he's been a really good dude.
It makes me happy to hear, Bitcoiners say that because my frustration is getting you guys decentralized on your health side. I don't have to worry about you on the finance side. The thing is, in my former life as a clinician, I had to talk to people about Bitcoin so that they realized when they had unlimited amounts of money, they could fucking buy a place in a place like I am now, or down where you are in Florida and get out of fucking, where they were. And it's a very interesting conundrum going forward because really decentralized health actually circumvents, guys like the CEO that was killed or Big Pharma, or even the healthcare complex, that wants you, to have a surgery or do this and do that. It's just, there is an outcard, but people have to understand how to play the outcard.
Love with it. Women desire.
Dr. Jack, are there other places in the world that have a decentralized model that you, or like a decentralized system that you admire in terms of healthcare?
Well, the one that I'm working with right now, which is relatively close to here, this lady is running for president in a small country called Suriname. It's right next to Ghana, which is 2 over from Venezuela.
Yeah.
She's already told me that full on day one, 100% decentralized health. She's invited a lot of people down. She's actually even more crazy about Bitcoin than Bukele is. She's talking about selling their gold and all their oil. And for those people who don't know, this country has more proven oil reserves than Qatar does. In fact, Qatar's buying their oil. And those payments start in 2025. So her plan for her people is to YOLO in the resources. So in that way, she's actually playing the same game that Sarah was playing. So places like that, I think what's starting to happen in Argentina also is making me kind of happy on the health side. You know, they've invited me to come down there and talk to their health ministry. You know, if you get a big country like that to start realizing, you know, we slashed and burned government and it improved the situation for our people. Could we do the same thing in healthcare? So I think the next 10, 15, 20 years, I think you'll see it. I don't think you're going to see it in places like Canada, in Europe, the UK. You know, anybody who's gone the other way, which is globalist healthcare, which is centralized, those will probably be the last ones to fall.
Do you think in the U.S. healthcare system, and just looking at the last 5 years, do you think it's becoming more centralized or becoming more decentralized?
Well, it's interesting. I'm going to tell you, split it into two. Those that participate in the CMS, you know, payment system, they're definitely more centralized. But the doctors that have opted out and have gone, you know, concierge medicine or precision medicine, where, you know, patients are paying, I think that's actually become way more decentralized. So there's two different camps there. The difference is the size of the centralized camp is probably like 92% of healthcare in the United States. The concierge side is between 5 and 8%. And the difference there, I think what facilitates it is when patients start, you know, opting in. That's why I kind of think with Bitcoiners, since they're going to have money and they're going to want a non-Oracle problem, they're not going to want, you know, like United Healthcare between you and your doctor, or say the hospital between you and your doctor. Like I'll give you an example. Last night I had dinner with somebody who is a practitioner in Washington, D.C., and she just told me that her hospital, starting January 1st, has told the surgeons that there's going to be timestamps on your surgical block time. So, for example, if you can't take an appendix out in 20 minutes, that you will not be paid for that. And that is like psychotic. But that actually has been put into the medical staff bylaws. That's a very centralized idea, because what are they trying to do there? The centralized people are trying to select for the best surgeons. But the problem is, if you understand how surgery works, well, what happens if, you know, somebody gets into a bleeder or somebody has a burst appendix when you get in there and you didn't know about it from imaging? Effectively, then the doctor is taking all of the hit, and the centralized entity takes none of the hit, because then they don't have to pay the doctor.
Yeah, it's all too common and totally horseshit.
Well, you know, when you start fucking getting involved with how doctors practice medicine, or you tell doctors what to do, that is the Oracle problem that I've been fighting for 20 years.
For sure.
You know, and that's the thing that really needs to go away. I just believe, I don't care what kind of medicine you believe in, as long as the patient and the doctor are having the conversation and there's true informed consent between those two parties, I'm pretty much fucking okay if you want to fucking, you know, do shamanism or, you know, homeopathy. I don't give a fuck, because ultimately the patient was told what the risk benefits and turnovers are, and then you go from there.
Dr. Jack, did you notice centralized healthcare go even more to shit in and around the creation of Obamacare? Just meaning that,
yeah, you know what? You know what the big issue was with Obamacare? Nobody ever talks about it. I've talked about it on several podcasts. That is actually when time became the key metric. Like, in other words, if you're a primary care doctor, you had to, instead of seeing 20, 30, 40 patients to make a living, you had to see 60 and 80. That's the reason why you got the pediatricians making $80,000 a year for jabs. Why? Because you can fucking get a jab and you're in and out of there really fast. What was the main goal of limiting time? because there was less time for you to discuss with the patient what their condition was, so that way you would write a prescription faster. And that's why Big Pharma was really big tied to Obamacare. And, somebody said earlier that, healthcare is a right and a left-wing problem. I'm going to be honest with you. I think in your guys' life, I understand why you believe that, but it's not true. When centralized healthcare was made, it was made by Lyndon Baines Johnson. It was completely a left-wing idea to centralize medicine. That's where it started, and it's gotten worse. And where it really took a turn for the worse was in '86, when we started to put coding involved in how doctors did things. That is totally a time metric. And then Obamacare fucking made it even worse. Now, look where we are now. We're, 14, 15 years after Obamacare. Now we're telling surgeons, well, this is the time you're allotted to do this. If not, you're going to lose your block time. The trend is always there, my friend. And, I always tell people, and it's an unpopular opinion in this room, Bitcoin's not the most valuable asset in the world. It's time. There's nothing more valuable than time. And when you start fucking with time metrics between doctors and patients, dude, that is fucking ultimate medical tyranny. And doctors have to push it against that. And the problem is most doctors aren't good businessmen. They don't understand how to run a decentralized concierge business. Most of them lose money. And part of the reason why is because they're so compliant. To get into medical school, you have to fucking stay in line. You have to follow the dictums of the party. And I don't think people realize that. You have to be smart, but you are ultimately really self-selected out to being very compliant with the paradigm. And that's built into the system. It's very unusual when doctors come into the system when they're pushing back on it right away. Usually what happens is once they get indoctrinated into the system, they see the problems. And then they wake up and say, fuck this. But I will tell you, when I was a young doctor, there was probably more yahoos than there is now. Right now, the young people, they're just like, look, let me make my $200,000, $300,000 and, go drink my latte. I don't give a fuck. They really don't care. And that's why I would tell you, you guys, I think you need to do the proof of work by hiring good doctors that work for you and only you. They don't work for this hospital CEO. They don't work for the insurance company. And you can do that if you know the questions to ask the doctors in the office, when you're interviewing. Like, I think it's a travesty how so many people, have been with doctors for a period of time, and then they have a baby. The baby comes in and they push the vaccine thing, and then next thing you know, your family is excommunicated from being able to get health care. And then once the pediatrician bags you, then magically you'll find out that the relationship with your primary care also turns sour, and you don't realize what's the tie. The tie is the medical staff bylaws. All the doctors are working for the same master. So once the word gets out in the pediatrician's office, it follows you to the surgeon's office. It follows you to the internal medicine office. Why? Because they're all working for the same healthcare system. They all get paid by the same master.
And then you're like, they're so deep into medical debt. Like, if you speak out and then get blacklisted, good luck paying off all that medical.
Yeah, to be a doctor these days, like, I laugh. When I went through, I think I wasn't in debt at all. It didn't cost me anything. But I remember my medical school tuition for the entire thing was less than $10,000. Today, if you go to a place like Harvard for, say, college, that's going to cost you about $300,000. If you go there for medical school, you can add about $400,000. And then when you come out, depending on your specialty, because everybody thinks doctors make a ton of money. When I was a young doctor, we did make a ton of money. Now they don't make as much money as everybody thinks. Pediatricians, honestly, they make between $80,000 and $150,000 a year. That's it.
Well, no, they made the same fucking 10, 25 years ago. Like, and inflation adjusted, they're not doing that great.
No, they're not. But pediatricians did better when I was a young doctor. They could make $250,000. Now they can't. Why? Because they are all centralized. They're all owned by, hospital systems. The hospitals, everybody blames the insurance companies, but I'm going to tell you, the hospital systems are fucking horrible. They are truly like the slave masters on the plantation, and they make doctors' lives miserable. I can tell you. But they signed up for this. Doctors signed up for this because they did not want to run their offices. They wanted somebody else to be the business manager. When they, had that power usurped from them for being a businessman, that's when they lost, the power of the pocketbook. And that's when the oracles started to be inserted between them and their patients. And, the administrators of these programs have always given great lip service, kind of like, Trump and Bobby about the campaign, that, we'll never get involved in it. And dude, since literally 1986, the biggest fucking shysters in healthcare are the hospital systems. They have, people think doctors are making the money. The fucking administrators, 90% of their salaries have gone through the roof. They make way more money than even the best doctor in any institution. I can tell you, at the last institution I was at, the CEO of the hospital system for HCA was making $3 million a year.
And that's what's insane to me is the administrators are making serious bank, yet the hospital systems or the hospitals, correct me if I'm wrong, Jack, they're not making shit like as an enterprise. But the administrators certainly are.
Well, here's the funny thing. They're using accounting so that you don't think they're making money. But trust me, they're making money. If you saw truly how that system works, it's probably the most corrupt system I've ever seen in my life. Like, for example, in the specialty I was in, when I would do implants, like say if I did a cervical or a lumbar fusion, at the end of the year, the hospitals would force us to use all the same implants from one company because, they bought the trays from them. And if they got 70 or 80% compliance from all their doctors in that hospital, then the hospital gets a $2-3 million kickback at the end of the year in the fourth quarter. That's how it works, bro.
Yeah, Jack. So I'm gonna. Good morning, everyone. I've been an engineer in the spine space. I know you're. And the consolidation of the hospital networks is really the root of all of it. People point to the insurance companies; they're definitely part of it. But Jack, you're right on. It's the consolidation of HCA, like you mentioned, is the big one that we. It's like going to Lowe's.
Jason, your audio's cutting in and out. Is that true for everyone else?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's a commoditization of products. And these surgeons, they're all employees.
You have to realize
So,
that's what centralization is. And, the big trend right now in hospital systems, for those of you who don't know, I try to point this out to this room because I think many of you are making the same mistake on the tech side. When you embrace AI, you are fucking embracing the enemy. AI is absolutely the opposite of sovereignty. And right now, the biggest push in healthcare the last 5 years has been to put AI into everything we do. Why? Because they can centralize it further. That means they squeeze the dollars out, and they're going to pinch the doctors even further. And I think the same thing is going to be true, in the general population. So when people mention AI, I am totally out because I think most of you as young people have gotten addicted to the idea that technology has improved your life. But this is a technology that I think will enslave you going forward.
Yeah, I've heard people say like, "Oh, well, it wasn't me. It's what the machine said." Like the TSA. Like, it takes human responsibility even further out of the decision making, which worries me.
I will tell you, if you sat in on some of the medical staff meetings and the things that they're doing, if you're a doctor that questions the system at all and you step out of line, you would be stunned at what's discussed at closed doors, how they seek their retribution. I've actually seen hospital systems go after other surgeons who are my competitors and basically buy all their primary care doctors to put them out of business, to get them to fall in line. And once all the primary care doctors are owned by the hospital system, then they go, to the neurosurgeon and say, okay, now that we own all your business, are you ready to play ball with us or not? That's actually how it operates.
Totally. 100%.
And that mind virus, again, going from the corporate side, has entered that space as well, that way of thinking. It's just funny how these mind viruses are real, and they kind of permeate from a source and just kind of corrupt the, an entire industry. Whereas as an engineering leader for product development, that's now a Bitcoiner, that's the fact that I've called or pointed at certain things, like, it's not good. Like, I might have to change industry.
Hey, Dr. Jack. I mean, like, that David Sachs got appointed as the AI czar. In some ways, I think he's pretty level-headed on a lot of issues. And it seems like if you could bring up that subject matter about AI and in healthcare and how much of a disaster it is to him, maybe there's some protections that can be put in place.
I've already done it. I'm just going to tell you that I tried to explain this to the room a couple of nights ago, and I don't know how successful it was. You have to realize when it comes to things like AI, it comes to things like Bitcoin, comes to, even tech changes, there's always the utopian side, which is the side they'll talk about when they're campaigning before they get in. But then there's the dystopian side. And you have to realize that David Sachs, as part of the PayPal mafia, Elon Musk, like, if you think Neuralink is not linked to some other nefarious things, you're out of your fucking mind. But right now, you're on the utopian side of that story. And the thing is, the more they lure you in and you think it's a good thing, then guess what happens? Then you get rug pulled. It's no different than what you guys talk about with shitcoins. But I don't think that you really understand it as well as you can, because you're not seeing it happen in your own worlds. I've been seeing this for a really long time. And to be honest with you, there's very few guys that Trump has put in that I think are utopian guys. That's the truth. The one guy I'm very sure of is Jay Bhattacharya. But Sachs, again, he's going to be good for Bitcoin. But remember, he's also a big shitcoiner. He also has big-time links to Palantir. And Palantir, is not a good player for us at all, at any level. And I think it can lead to some big problems down the road. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope that I am alarmist. But, since I'm an old guy and I've seen it, I don't trust these guys very much at all. I do believe, though, if they do put Bitcoin in as the reserve asset, I think Bitcoin is the virus that actually 25, 30, 40 years, when you guys are my age, then I think things probably will be better in some of those things. But right now, short term, like for the rest of my life, the only thing I feel very comfortable with is Bitcoin. I think people right now have to have a ton of Bitcoin for the next 10, 15, 20 years to protect themselves from what I think is going to happen. And then I think once Bitcoin has had its time to percolate through the industrial military complex and all the people that are affected by the Cantillon effect, then I think we may see some real change. But, I've got huge issues with J.D. Vance. I've got huge issues with, him and Elon Musk owning messenger RNA technology. Like, if you want to know the biggest threat to all of you right now, it's the messenger RNA technology that's been, unleashed on the world. I mean, if you're not following the story, that Kevin McKiernan's unleashed, and Philip Buchholz is talking about. Like, you guys can't even take blood anymore. You have to be worried about who you date. People are shocked when I said, no, even the food you eat, because guess what they're doing? They're now using self-replicating messenger RNA that they're going to be putting in. Like, for all the people that didn't take the jab, they got a solution for you too. And you have to realize that this isn't like conspiracy theory. I always tell my people, I said, look, it's not conspiracy theory when there's patents for this stuff, okay? It's as simple as that. And there's patents for all of this. And the people that are running this, simulation, they're very powerful people, and they're also the smartest people in the world. And this program that they're running is not, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. This has been going on 70, 80 years. It's a long, process.
I agree, Doc.
Jack, do the kids of your colleagues want to go into medicine? Or are they being discouraged?
Well, I just had my member event here in El Salvador, where I had about 100 people down here. Out of the 100, I'd say and they want to know, what's the home base? How do you do it? What's the machinations? And the irony is most of them have already done the hard work of, securing their personal wealth. When you step outside the system, you have to be ready to take the arrows. And I can tell you, there is a huge trend in centralized medicine where doctors are ready to step out.
Yeah, well, Jack, you were cutting out for most of that, for me at least.
Me too. He was in the Matrix for.
Yeah.
We got the gist. I remember in high school, like going back to the late '90s, a friend of mine's dad was a doctor, and he told his kids, he's like, if you go into medicine, I won't pay for your education. Like, that's how strongly he felt back.
I was calling this stuff like ambient incremental attack, like multi-generational, but it's in our face now, dude. Like, it's no longer ambient. It's right in our.
I just think to navigate the system in the future, I think you guys in this room are probably you're in best position because you're going to have money. I think Bitcoiners need to really start to wake up and understand that the critical systems to you living your life, you need to start spending money to build them so that you don't face what most of the people in the world are going to face in the future. I told people down here that we need to get a pure blood bank right now for everybody. It needs to be started immediately, and it needs to be, pay as you go. You want to be a member? And surgeons. Based on the studies that we have, you're going to want surgeons that are not vaccinated. You're not going to want your baby delivered by somebody who took the jab. once all this data comes out, I think most of you are going to be really surprised. I told Sam Parker last night before he left to go home for Christmas that the single most important thing for men and women who are not married before they get involved in dating is to make sure they're not vaccinated.
Hey, Dr. Jack, I had read somewhere that the COVID virus and people who have cancer, that it has somewhat helped. Are these people vaccinated or non-vaccinated, the ones that this is happening to?
Yeah, they're almost all vaccinated.
Interesting.
I would just tell all of you, even if you're a skeptic, just follow Kevin McKiernan on Twitter. He is absolutely leading the world. When I had him go to Danny Jones' podcast, literally YouTube banned the podcast like immediately. And this is the guy that actually found the problem, the SV40 and the jabs. He's got so much data. I mean, I got him to go to Germany to actually start sampling tumors of people that got these turbo cancers. And what we found in the tumor is nothing short of mind-bending.
What's his name again?
Kevin McKiernan. And, you know, the information is beginning to trickle, you know, out to mainstream media so that you guys would see it. I mean, I've been talking about it literally for 2 years. But now the normies are beginning to realize how big a problem this is. And I will tell you, Jay Bhattacharya is actually in contact one-on-one with Kevin McKiernan. Not even Bobby Kennedy knew what was going on. When I did my podcast with Bobby and Rick Rubin, I was the one that told Bobby that day about what was going on. He couldn't believe that SV40, you know, was in the modern version of the mRNA jabs.
Top of the morning, folks.
Good morning, Courtney.
How's it going? What you guys up to?
Smoking a cigar, drinking a coffee. Just talking about light, happy topics.
Nice. About to go shoot some guns. That's lightning.
That's right. You're in the same flow. J. Cam, I think you had a good question. I'd encourage you to ask it.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask if SV40 in the jabs, was that intentional? Heard talk about population.
Yeah, it was intentional, and the reason how we know it was intentional, when I was in this room 3 years ago, and I think it was Shelley that I just did a documentary of McCullough and Malone. I focused in on the patents, and I thought it was very, very weird that Pfizer had 2 patents, one for BioNTech, one for themselves. And my belief at that time is that they were going to use one for the public and one for the FDA approval process, and it turned out it was right. When Kevin found the information that he found that they used the SV40 in the one that all of you guys got. And what they did is they used the gene editing tool to edit out the SV40 promoter so that no one would see it. And then some of the data that they actually submitted to the FDA had some of that information in it that the people that sat on the panel were ignorant of. They just didn't have the expertise to know what they were looking at. And if you guys remember back then, we had 3 scientists get up and walk off the FDA panel. At that time, those were the 3 doctors that would have picked this up. And there's no question that they used it on purpose. Why? Because Pfizer was really far behind on their development of the vaccine. So what did they do? Instead of doing what several of the other MR technology did, they walked down to their gene editing office. And now we have all the emails and we have all the proof that that actually happened. The last smoking gun that we needed was actually for doctors to go and submit vials to Kevin, which is what happened. And Kevin actually found the SV40 promoter in different lots, and the numbers in the lots have different amounts in it. And these correlated to findings that we found in yellow card data and also in the VAERS database. When people tell you we don't have the data, that's fucking absolute bullshit. The data is overwhelming what we have now. This absolutely was a bioweapon, and it was done on purpose. The problem is all the people that we just elected, they're now in charge. So don't be surprised if this gets whitewashed from history.
Jack, I don't know if you've already discussed this, but what does SV40 do? Like, what was the purpose of adding it to the jabronis?
SV40 is simian virus 40. Comes from African green monkeys. I think they use the cells from the kidney cells from African green monkeys to in the vaccine production process. And we found out back in the 1950s that SV40 and radiation accelerates cancers, like turbo cancers.
Well, that's not good.
Think about this. With modern technology, all the satellites, cell phone transmitters, we're all exposed to more and more man-made radiation. Now combine that radiation exposure with the fact that you're carrying SV40 and the incidence of cancers, that's why there's a spike, and they'll probably continue to increase.
Yo, did you guys know that if you're a Sam's Club member, they will repair your tires if you have any issues for free, no matter where you bought the tires?
That's cool.
Golden repair, just like a repairable flat, or what?
Yeah, like if you have a hole, if there's like it's got a list of different things, but I was just looking through some terms and conditions because I'm getting some new tires. And it says you can bring any tire if you're a member, and they'll repair it if you have, like, a hole.
That's cool.
Yeah. I had no idea. I'd never read the terms.
How do you go from turbo cancers to Costco tire repair?
I mean, I would guess the same way that you do it for anywhere else.
Duh, bitch. Britney, bitch. Buy Bitcoin, bitch. Buy Bitcoin, bitch.
No, actually, here it says you must ride on the rims to Sam's Club for the free repair.
Britney, bitch. Britney, bitch.
What were you saying, Courtney?
Never mind, Courtney.
Sorry, too many gunshots. I'll take it. I was saying I love to pivot from African monkeys with diseases to tires.
I didn't hear the African monkey with the diseases. I apologize. Y'all are welcome to continue.
Brittany coming with
Great information. I love it.
What is Brittany coming?
with the smoke.
Jack is I feel like, and then Mason does a good job too, I think. But I think Jack is the most seasoned because he's able to actually just talk with the person.
Like, what are you talking about, Lagrith? What are you trying to convince Mark of? Mark is an atheist agnostic. He's an angry man, Lagrith. You're not going to persuade him to be happy, ever. He's unhappy perpetually. He's a complainer, Lagrith. Don't waste any more time with Mark. Mark's going to waste your day, Lagrith. Don't believe his lies. He's a liar and he's a troll. And he's wasting your time, Lagrith. Don't give him your precious life juice, your energy.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, people are so confused, yeah.
Go on, Tris. Wallahi, brother, you teori.
Our tendency is to speak at the pace that we process things, and a lot of people that are neurodivergent process things fast and differently, and that's part of the magic is trying to figure it out so that you can communicate your points to the best of your ability.
I mean, some of it may be this attempt to communicate, to compete with the machine mind, which now speaks with us so often. And let's relax, know that that's there as sort of a backup, and that we have godlike abilities, which we didn't before. And then know the machine mind also lies and miscommunicates in ways we don't quite understand. So giving ourselves a little time to also make mistakes, right, Jordan? Prepare for that, and we'll help you.
Yes, mistakes, takes that did not go well, and missed takes that never happened. Those are both mistakes.
Oh, I like that. All right, my friends. Final PTR, cuz you know where you are. And my friends, have to go to the Fungus Fair. So the San Francisco Mycological Society's 52nd annual Fungus Fair happens to be today.
Fungus?
Truly will be hanging out there for the majority of my day.
The fungus in my toenails. How do I get the fungus out of my nails?
As part of my service to give back to our Mycological Society as an educator and to serve my local community in a way where I get to talk about this stuff that I every weekend with you, my friends, talking about these things. Because having a very close-knit group of individuals with such a vast levels of experience and knowledge and our willingness to share in spaces like this so that we can get our
be emotionally triggered. So this spirit incantation that you have is not coming. Pure demonic incantation. So you cut me off. Falsehoods and lies with your rat-a-tat beard and your park attitude.
Wait, real quick, let him finish though. I was like on you saying.
Well, nobody cut him off. He was just.
Yes, they did. They cut my mic off. Yes, he did.
Yeah,
that was divine. When you got cut off, that was divine.
Yeah, no, what divine is you not wanting to listen. That's what you call the stumbling stone in the rock of offense. That's what you're running into.
The spirit moved through me and it guided my finger to the mute button.
Yeah, you're a coward. That's your problem. You want to block people from hearing the truth. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Go ahead, Drew.
Well, why you didn't cut me off in the beginning? Hurry up, man. Unless I was stepping on your toes.
I wasn't next to my phone, dude. My bad. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. Let's hear your garbage. I interfere when I hear something that's bullshit.
Wait. Be Christ like he says.
Hey, bro, Christ flips tables, motherfucker.
Hi, Kareem, Stu. This is Adrian. Put me in the queue after Judah is done being a child.
Hey, fuck you and go in front of me, bitch.
That's a lot of.
That's not Christ-like.
Go ahead, Judah yielded his spot to you.
Hey, fucking demon. Let me answer this guy right now. Hold on. Christ didn't come for peace, buddy. He came to give you war because you need war because your brain is filled with trash. He's trying to give you a new dietary table. That's why he flips table. He's got to give you more. Hey, man, shut up. He's got to give you food for thought because your food is corrupted. Your thought brains are bad. That's why it says renew your mind. You got to renew your mind with new food, man. That's new information.
You got to renew your beard with some moisturizer.
Hi, Kareem and Stu. This is Adrian. If you could put me in the queue after Judah's done telling us about our diets.
Came to deliver war. I think he delivered the preparation for it. I think he delivered you to be ready for it. I think he came to guide you and know how to fight the soon to come war. I think that he did all that, but he did not come here with a damn sword in his hand or something and be like, hey, rage war, go kill that motherfucker, go get him. No, he got ready for spiritual war. He got ready for the war that's soon to come, and he prepped you for it. That's why he came and gave examples and showed you how to do.
My title.
Oh my God, Abby, you're back. You must have slept for 4 hours.
No, I slept actually 9 hours.
You took off my picture only to put another one back on it.
Of you? There's another photo of you on my Instagram?
Yes.
The one in your PTR now?
Yeah.
That doesn't count. That's just like a Google image search. Girl in bathtub with champagne.
That's true.
You guys want to see one?
It's a
painting. Wait, hold on. I just have to see the photo. Let me see, Abby. CB.
Cerebral palsy. Oh, sorry.
CP.
Sorry.
I
thought I just wanted to see for a second. I just woke up.
Wait, I'm gonna PTR my current location.
So right before I got on here, I don't know what happened to my voice. Like I completely lost my voice. I sounded like Chewbacca. So I called work and I was like, I can't come in tomorrow.
Shit.
You sound like Ryan.
You know what they said? They're like, who is this?
Yeah, you sound different.
Yeah, you sound like Ryan. Did you have a seizure and did your hello, Heidi?
No, it's just I have COVID. Hey, little lady. Hi. I have COVID, but like my voice keeps going in and
You
out.
have COVID.
My whole family has it.
How do you know you have COVID, not just a cold or a flu? You know other things exist.
My whole family has it.
Your whole family has it. You're brainwashed. I'm sorry, young lady, but you're brainwashed.
Why?
Do you know that these tests, they sell at all the stores? It's a giant psyop. It's over. The cat's out the bag on this one. You don't have what's called the C word. You have what's called a fucking cold.
No, so the thing is that I work in a hospital, so does my mom. So my mom had to go get swabbed at work, and it swabs for all the viruses. So,
It's a scam. It's a fucking scam.
But, like if it was like any virus, it would have shown any virus, but it showed that she had corona.
It's such a scam. These PCR tests are scams. They show false positives 80% of the time. You do know that, right?
Even the little home test kits.
The home test kits are scams. Scams.
What's the? Anyways, I mean we're all whatever. We're all sick. So we were all together on what was it Wednesday night, and we all got sick. Like myself, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister-in-law.
So like somebody took a stink bomb and everybody smelled the gas, is what you're saying? No, that was called Thanksgiving turkey farts.
They don't do Thanksgiving. Fine, it doesn't matter. Whatever. At the end of the day, we're all just sick.
I know. I get it.
Whatever. It doesn't matter if it's COVID or not.
Exactly. Well, that's the exact point, is that what you're doing is you're using words to describe a situation, which are not accurate words. You're describing something else, which is programmed into you through mainstream media and everything else. This is called a flu or a cold, and these false positive tests called the C19 test is a scam. Like, I could have created this scam. I used to run scams. I know scams. That's why I can call out a scam very quick.
Man, it's just a virus, whatever.
Virus, bacteria, whatever. But you're sick. So whatever.
That's it.
Yeah, you sound like Ryan. Again, you sound like Ryan now. Congratulations, you're now a gay man living in Maine or wherever the fuck he lives.
Maine.
Ohio, wherever the fuck.
Florida.
Oh, Florida? He's classy like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the panhandle of Floribama.
Oh,
yeah.
He's a Biloxi, Mississippian.
Yeah.
Matt, that's a nice PTR. Where's that at?
Yeah, put it on your Instagram.
Let me take a screenshot. Ooh, backyard pool. Is that a gated community pool or is that somebody's backyard pool? Because that seems expensive for somebody's house pool.
It is a house pool.
Damn, that must be a nice house.
Damn, you got money.
Damn.
I did not throw her out.
By the way, the guy, the red-haired ginger guy, he's gay.
But he said he was married.
Is that?
Yeah, but like
Sam.
he was asking Lucy. He was flirting with Lucy later.
Ugh, so gross.
I know.
You know, I like Jewish people, but sometimes you meet like real freaky Jewish guys and you're like, how did you become such a freak? Like, what happened?
Yep.
I think it is definitely a testosterone issue. Do you think it is a hormonal imbalance? What makes a man effeminate?
If you vibe with someone,
Or is it conditioning too?
ew, Nora's lips.
Nura Bandura. Oh, Diego, the rooms just aren't hitting like the way they used to now that the conflict is over and Bashar Assad has been deposed. Oh, Diego, John was right. Our rookie numbers, 50 hours a week, weren't enough to turn the tide. We should have been on Clubhouse 80 hours a week, like he said. Diego!
Who is CP?
Joe. This is Richard.
Oh, this guy is in prison.
Hell.
Like,
What is CP?
There's no such thing as prison if you're on Clubhouse in prison. He's a free man living on the interwebs. He is the lawnmower man of his county lockup. Put the cell phone in your butthole and let us communicate with Uranus.
Man, this is hold the church.
No use the N-word. He will get clipped.
That man, get my face off of your thing.
Wait, hell?
Here.
He did it again.
He knows what he does.
I know he does. I told you. Don't even trust him.
No, because I don't look all the time.
What are you talking about? Your face is not on my Instagram. I told you I edited it and deleted it. Bullshit.
It's back on there.
Bullshit. Let me see.
22 hours ago, you posted it back up because you just couldn't help yourself.
Let me see. No way. Which one is it? No, it's just your bathtub photo.
No, there's another one.
Okay, you'll have to be specific because I'm almost 100% sure that I'm right. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Maybe you're right. Oh, there you are. You're back. Okay, let me just delete it.
They started a war in Germany.
Okay, deleted M. Kapara.
Wow, you're so nice to her. I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a little obnoxious to have somebody put your actual photo up on the internet that, like, sits in the back of the brain. So I don't want to, like, cause her any, like, real life stress.
No, it doesn't. But it's just nice not to have my actual face up on somebody else's Instagram.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if it's artistic, it's artistic. If you feel like you're, being captured and doxxed like a Native American in 1875, I can understand maybe why you're a little salty about having your soul captured.
Thank
you. But I'm also doing it because you're Jewish, and I support Jewish people first, and then low IQ J haters second.
Thank you. I support you putting Nora and Prince up all day.
Thanks. Can you give me a photo of Diego?
What?
Does anybody have a photo of Diego?
Well, he has his photos on videos up on YouTube, so.
Well, I've got a photo of a Head and Shoulders bottle. It's good enough.
Why does it sound like bombs are dropping?
Yeah, there's a war going on.
No, stop it.
Are you serious? Syria has fallen. Syria has fallen. Like, that's unfucking believable. Like, nobody envisioned this.
I hope all the Syrians go back now.
Yeah, I hope Nora and her whole fucking family leaves fucking Detroit. Actually, that's what we should do, is Trump should go to Detroit and be like, we will fly you back to Syria. There's no reason to stay. We didn't want you here to begin with. Obama is a liar. We will fly you back on United Airlines. Bye. Just imagine what Prince is saying right now. The fucking Zionist Yehudi. Yeah. It wasn't enough. It is the Greater Israel Project. They are going in from the Golan Heights and they are taking Syria so their kibbutzes and their settlers can take Syrian lands.
Wait, where are you, Abby, right now?
I'm in my house.
No, but Germany or?
Yeah, at the moment in Germany.
I have my cousin lives in Germany. She married a German guy named Fritz or Christian. Actually, his name is Christian. And I said to her, I was like, do you know you're probably married to the grandson of a real Nazi? And then I said to him, I was like, do you know that as the grandson of a probable Nazi, you're married to a Jewish woman and your children are now Jewish? He's like, oh, I never thought about it that way. Oh my God.
Which part of Germany?
I don't know. I have no idea where they live. I don't talk to her. But she's got like 4 or 5 amazing kids.
Germans are really like, they're barely like, the Nazi ideology is not here anymore.
What are you talking about? There's a lot of Nazis in Germany.
Yeah, but like they're like, I talked to some people like, how is your grandfather and how do you feel now? They are like, they don't even dare to talk about it.
No, I know. They're totally separated from that communication and ideology. I saw a documentary once. It was about German guilt with regards to World War II and the Holocaust. It was a weird, very weird like documentary about the collective guilt of the German nation. And I can't remember the name of it, but it was kind of a terrible movie in a way, but something to think about because, like, I don't know. I mean, just the World War II was so terrible, and when you look at concentration camps and like how they were just death camps, like that is like so shameful that people do that to each other. That, you know, how do you come to terms with that? And if you just deny it and you don't educate about it, you know, then there's the theory that you're doomed to repeat history. Anyways, it's just something about Germany. People glorify it. Like they turned Hitler's childhood house into a police station because there's people like Diego and T-Robs who look at Hitler and it like excites them. You know, it makes them feel good in their own personal lives. It's really like the antithesis of God, you know, worshiping the state, worshiping extremism, fascism, bigotry, as opposed to diversification, peace, and acceptance. It's, you know, fascism and communism, they're like not even opposites. They're just so closely aligned. Communism is fascism. When you look at how Stalin acted, he was just a ruthless fascist underneath the communication guise of communism, socialism, wealth redistribution. So that's why I say that I hate the October 7th pro-poly people, because anytime you murder somebody, that is the ultimate violation of any law, and it supersedes any political economic theory. So, you know, violence is always the most repugnant form of communication. But what do you think is going to happen in Syria? Like, is it going to become an Islamic state? Like, how is this going to go down?
I don't know. I was willing to ask you actually what you were thinking about. Maybe I feel like I'm just wondering what will happen to the Syrians over here in Europe. Will they go back?
Yeah, if there's some kind of a new.
Well, they're already reporting that the ones that were going to Turkey to escape the regime are going back to Syria now.
Yeah, but they are going back by themselves. Like they volunteer to go back. But
No,
those
I know.
in Europe, I don't know.
Well,
you can't force people that were taken as refugees to go back.
Well, for at least 1 million people, there's nothing to go back to. Like, if you're already in the West and your house has been destroyed, your condo is gone, like if you were in Aleppo or whatever the other cities are, there's nothing to go back to. You're already cashed out. You know, maybe you own the land, right? But like, there's no real estate on it anymore. So you just stay where you're at, save back up, and then eventually go back and rebuild. Like, look at all the people in Gaza. They got nothing.
I was gonna say, how is this any different than what's going on in Gaza?
Like, what do you do if you're a Gazan? You've lost everything, and you're living in a tent. And like, when do you get to rebuild? And who pays for it? What are you just gonna have a brand new condo? And you're like, hey, baby, guess what? We got a new condo. It's worth $300,000. No, like, no way. What do you think? Like the United States and Israel's just gonna like rebuild these people's condos and be like, time to rebuild. You get a free condo, no mortgage. You know, like what are people like? It's gone. That's the thing about reality. It's like you think there's some kind of a compensation scheme. No, there's no fucking government just cutting checks. It just doesn't happen. So if you lost your shit, you lost your shit. Like there's no fucking insurance policy on it.
Yeah, that's true.
It sucks, you know? There's no compensation fund. There probably won't be a compensation fund. It's like
Nope.
there, you know, like there is a vaccine injury compensation fund here in the United States, but it does not apply to the COVID-19 vaccine.
It does not.
No, they got specific approval to not be put on the government list of vaccine compensation funds. Like Pfizer also got like all their information.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But it's all come out now. Like there's so many leaks, so many. They just had Pfizer executives on camera admitting that employees were given a different dose with a different chemical breakdown. And I just was in a Bitcoin room. They had some doctor talking about the avian flu virus and how they utilized this monkey virus in the vaccine. There's just so much information about it, which is like so scandalous. It's beyond scandalous. Like it does point towards population reduction, sterilization, and perpetual platform of medicine or sickness. Like look at M. Kapar right now. She's here on a Sunday saying, I got COVID-19. I'm sick. My family's sick. We're all sick. The tests don't lie. I'm like, yes, they do. And you're like, oh. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you. If you took it, like, it sucks. It sucks. You know, it's just like it's basically like an immunodeficiency syndrome now. It's like AIDS.
I don't understand what your issue is. I just said that we're all sick.
I know. You shouldn't be sick. You know that, right?
What?
You do realize that you should be like having a great Sunday. You shouldn't feel sick. It could be a result of the fact that you got an experimental big pharma injection and boosters. You work in medicine, so you've been exposed.
I didn't, unfortunately, where I.
No, but Adrian, you got jammed up.
I didn't have a choice where I lived. It was either that or you lose your job.
I know. That is coercion and that's abuse and that's toxic workplace environment.
No, but she got boosted 6 times.
No, I didn't actually, but you know best.
Ricardo, how do you have a new account? How the fuck does
I got boosted like 7 or 8 times. I was like, girl, what the fuck?
Hey, Coach Joy added me back.
I did, but like Ricardo, I can't believe how many accounts you have. You may have had more accounts than even me.
What is this?
Yeah, I do. No one can beat me in account.
His voice is familiar.
How do you get so many accounts, Ricardo? How do you create the burner account?
I found a glitch where you can keep registering accounts, and I haven't really. I'll tell you in the back channel.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll tell you in the back channel.
Shut the fuck
Why
up.
are you not telling us?
Yeah, I got it. I only want to tell people that.
He didn't find no fucking
Anyway,
glitch.
I don't live in America, so I can't use your services.
Ricardo, what I don't understand is why do you have to get new accounts? You don't even say anything controversial or intelligent.
Wow, Adrian. You know I'm powerful on here, man. Come on.
Yeah, powerful like Diddy flying over a bull.
Yeah, like that's powerful.
Powerful. How do you lose the accounts though? What are you saying that gets your fucking account clipped?
I go into Iranian rooms. And I use Google Translate and I have a voice thing spitting out like I don't know, just hateful speech or whatever.
Damn. So it's the Iranians that are reporting you. But how do you even find them? Like,
the Iranians are stalking my friend right now. They're impersonating him under an account named Node.
oh, Nodi?
Yeah, they're on his ass right now.
That's what's his face. I don't know if M. Kapar knows who Nodi is, but he's like this Persian guy that lives in LA. He's definitely semi-retarded.
Who?
Nodi.
No, I don't.
What's his other name? What did they used to call him?
Listen, Ayatollah. Ayatollah. Used to go by Ayatollah.
Yeah. Matt, that's so annoying.
I agree. That's probably very annoying. I don't doubt it.
I know Ayatollah is.
Abby, I'm back sitting poolside. My current view is my PTR.
Can you fix your mic?
Hey, Erica. Oh, she's not.
Hello?
Better?
No.
Shit.
Why do you have that echo?
Service here sucks.
It's not about your service.
Oh, let me. Is it? That's normal. Should it be on music or?
Who cares about these stupid settings? You guys are so crazy. Abby's like, oh, I'm gonna put on music setting. It's like, do you really think there's a fucking difference?
There is a difference actually in the way that it isolates the sound.
Really? As if it's gonna make my experience that much more amazing if you adjust that setting for me?
Well, now you're moving the goalpost by saying that much more, so I can't quantify it. But
Exactly. You can't quantify your opinion. Therefore, you're talking about like this most minute little change, but it doesn't necessarily make it clearer for the listener. It's ridiculous.
We can give a rating, for example.
What on clarity and like volume of sound? I mean,
you can break it down into.
What are you, an audio engineer now or something?
Yeah, I can be if you want me to.
My mom said I should have been an audio engineer.
My mom doesn't even know what that is.
No, it's a Danny saying. If Danny was here, she would have said that.
But then she asked me a question: whether the washing machine goes from left to right?
My mom always said I'd be a good sound engineer and a good stand-up comedian. I could have had a career in stand-up comedy, but I got on Clown House instead.